Hello guys, this is just one guy and today I'm here to talk about a mod I downloaded for The Witcher 3. And this mod completely changed the way I played the game and made it about 90% better. And it's just an example of something that they should remove from all games or all RPG games, but they never do. Now, every modern RPG game that I played has had a crafting system, and within the crafting system you have materials, and in this case you got to collect the materials, which are usually plants and trees and wood or wherever around the world. But you also have to collect plants from dead bodies and stuff like that to loot off the enemies. And this has always been a pain because you have this epic game where you're some supernatural character with magical powers or some sci-fi character, and you have to walk around the countryside picking up plants, which is the most boring part of the game. So I downloaded this mod right here called Auto Loot, and what it does is any flower or plant that I come by, it just automatically picks it up. And when I kill an enemy, it automatically loots the enemy. And if I go near a chest, it just automatically collects the stuff out the chest. And it's completely changed the way I play the game. I was actually amazed at how better it made the game, because I'm used to playing on Xbox, and so you don't have access to mods, so I never played with any mods. But when I switched to PC, I started downloading mods, and I didn't realize how much better they can make the game. And I'm just going to walk around and show you exactly how the auto loop mod works. You can see in the left corner there that it's showing all the stuff that I picked up, and this saved me so much time and energy from doing literally the most boring task in the entire game. I'm a Witcher, for God's sakes. I have silver swords and magic powers. Why would I want to walk through the countryside picking up plants? I get that it's supposed to encourage you to explore more, but the quests already do that. This is just an unnecessary feature. It's archaic, and I don't get why they include it anymore. And this mod, it just made the game so much better, because now I could just run through the countryside, and whenever I go past something, it'll automatically pick it up. And as you can see right here, it just looted a chest or something. But also, if I kill one of these, there's more of them, it'll actually loot their dead body when I'm done. That way I don't have to go through the trouble of finding their corpses and all this grass and then looking for them and then picking up the stuff. You can see that it just picks it up automatically. I can be finished with that combat encounter and get on to what I was doing. It speeds the game up. It makes it much less slower. It stops you from doing a pointless task that you don't need to do. And I still get all my materials from crafting. You can see I'm not missing anything. And a bonus side effect is this game gives you way too little money and gives you way too many pointless items to sell. So what a side effect of this was, when I downloaded the mod and I started collecting all these plants automatically. Let me just go to, where is that? You can see that I have like 100 of a lot of plants and materials, and so I could just sell them and make more money. Now it never makes the game overpowered to the point where you just don't feel like playing the game anymore, but what it does do is give you enough money to afford the stuff you want. That way you're not sitting there collecting stuff or trying to make money, and it just helps you get to the quest and the fun part of the game a lot faster, instead of taking the fun part away from you. And this is something that I feel every modern game should do, because it just works. It just makes the game better. I remember a particularly bad crafting experience in Dragon Age Inquisition, because to upgrade your stuff you needed to craft, and the craft you needed to collect the materials. And to collect the materials, you had to walk around the world and collect materials. Another benefit is that of this mod, I never have to get off the horse. I don't have to get off the horse and then go manually go over to the flower and then go pick it up. It slowed down the game so much. It was ridiculous. I just walked past now. Anyway, in the Dragon Age Inquisition, it was really, really bad because the character walked slow and you would have to manually walk over there and then go over to the flower. And then the flowers and plants ran out, so you would have to leave the stage and then come back. You had to wait a few minutes or speed up time or whatever until the plant appeared again, and then you had to collect it. And it was also random, well, fairly random where the plants would appear. So it took up so much time and energy and just was overall a pointless thing to do. And I wish it had that mod because the game was actually pretty good, but that part of the game was super horrible. And it used to be bad like that with The Witcher too, because some of the stuff you need to make the potions, just get a little stuck right here. You need to make the potions, which is about 1/3 of the game, because a big part of being a Witcher is that he takes these potions which power him up. You see right there, one heals me. And to make those and upgrade those, you need materials. And going around collecting the materials is super annoying because you have to go around and find the materials. Most of the time, you're gonna be looking it up on the internet. When it's gonna be a place that you already went by, but maybe you didn't collect everything there because why would you? It's super boring. And so now this just collects it automatically. So most of the time, when I go to upgrade my materials in the crafting, when I go to upgrade my potions in the crafting menu, you can see I already have the stuff there because it's already collecting it automatically. And it's just such a better way to do it. I don't understand why no other game did this before. And this mod just completely changed the way I play the game and made the game so much better. Because before, I would turn on The Witcher and then I would start playing it, and then I would have to upgrade one of these potions, and it would just get annoying to the point where I go, you know what, I'm just not going to do it. And I would turn off The Witcher because this is a pretty long game. And having you going around to collect collect plants and stuff just extends the game from about 100 hours to like 300 hours. And it's super annoying. And I just want to shine some light on that because as a developer, I didn't expect that one simple change like this would completely change my experience of the game. It was pretty amazing when I actually started to play the game again with the auto loop mod, and I was like, now it's an essential part of the game. I don't think I could actually go back and play this game again without auto loop mod because I would just be so annoyed. And in Witcher 2, it was even worse, and then because all the plants had a carry limit. Another mod that really helped me is I just removed the carry limit. I don't know why every game does that now. Why do we need a carry limit? We're going across the world to collect tons of materials and plants and stuff like that, and they give you a carry limit. It doesn't add any realism to the game because the game itself already lets you carry about 50,000 swords. Like, even if I didn't have this carry mod, you see, go to my weapons and inventory, I would still be able to carry like about 10-20 swords. So it's not realistic in any way. It's just an annoying feature that keeps you from playing the game how you want to play it. And so I just removed the carry limit. Another thing that completely changed how I play the game, because now I don't have to worry about going to a town or selling my weapons because I will become over encumbered. That's no longer a thing. Another thing I removed with a mod was weapon durability. Another thing that just doesn't need to be in a game. How does that add realism to the game to make your weapon break after a couple of strikes? That's not how real swords work. It's just something there to annoy you in the game. I completely removed it, and now it's just better. I get why they put it in the game from a developer's point of view. It's so you don't ever get too much money and you just have to keep spending money to repair your sword. But that's I have a developer's philosophy that you should never do something, put a feature in the game to intentionally annoy the player. Like, if you wanted the player to spend more money, then you should create more items to make the player want to spend more money. But you should never put a feature in just to intentionally annoy the player. I never got why developers did that. And weapon durability is just one of those features that's purely designed to annoy the player. It serves no gameplay purpose. It's only there so you can spend more money, so you don't get too much money. And then I say, what's the danger of having too much money? Because in a normal game, they wouldn't want you getting too much money because you will instantly be able to buy the best weapons. But in this game, all the weapons are level gated anyway. So even if I did have $1 million billion, I would never be able to buy the best weapons because they were level gated. Even if you put them in the first shop in the game, which you could just put them in the last shop in the game, and the player wouldn't be able to get to it until they get to like level 40 or something and able to access that town. But the weapons are level gated anyway, so it's no danger of the player getting a weapon that's too high for its level anyway, which makes weapon durability completely pointless. It's just an archaic feature that's survived until now into games. That's something they could do without. And when I removed it from the game, it just was better because I no longer had to worry about my weapon breaking in the middle of combat or my combat effectiveness going down because the weapon was broke or something like that. Another mod that completely changed this game is add. They have a system in this game where you can add oil damage to the weapon, and it'll do damage based on which type of oil you added and which type of enemy. If you look, you can see that 25% attack power versus beast. That's because I was fighting a beast, so it automatically put the oil on the sword. Another life changer. Now I don't have to. Before, every time I fought a beast or before I went to a combat situation, this is what I would have to do. I would see the enemy, then I would have to open up the menu, then I would have to go all the way over here, then I would have to go all the way down here to which oil, find which type of enemy it is. So I would have to go back out here, go to the glossary, go to the bestiary, look up what type of enemy it was, okay. And let's say it's an insectoid. See what type of oil they're weak to. Oh, insect oil. Go all the way back into the inventory. Go over to the oils. Find the insect oil. And then apply the insect oil. Look how long that took. Why would you make a system like that? I don't understand why the developers did that. And with the mod, it just automatically applies it as soon as you run into the enemy. And then the insect oil runs out. So, and if you run into a different type of enemy, you have to change the type of oil. It's ridiculous. That's an archaic system that's unnecessary and shouldn't be in the game. A lot of this stuff should have been solved in the development phase. And I can't really blame CD Projekt Red because they made a great game. And compared to The Witcher 2, The Witcher 3 is a massive upgrade. But a lot of this stuff just shouldn't be in the game. It's so simple. And the mod fixed that and completely changed the game. At least they should add these mods within the update, because these mods I consider to be essential to the game and just make the game much better. I can't even play the game without these mods anymore because they were just so much more efficient. And it doesn't change the gameplay in any manner. It doesn't give me all these oils, and it doesn't give me the upgrade to these oils. I still have to craft each and every one of these oils, which means I have to go on a quest to find each and every one of these oils and then craft them or buy them from the store. So it doesn't change anything. It just takes out a lot of the unnecessary busy work of going through pointless menus every time. Can you imagine if you had to go into the if I had to do that process to apply the oil in every combat situation? most of the time beforehand when I played on Xbox, I just didn't use the oils just because of that. If it wasn't an emergency situation, I just didn't use it because it was such a encumbrance. It was just so annoying that I just said whatever. And I just wanted to put a spotlight on that because as a developer, it was interesting, and it just shows how something seemingly minor and small can really change your game. And I gotta say, it changed it so much. And I see these mistakes made in so many modern RPGs. I can't count. Skyrim, Dragon Age, The Witcher, any modern RPG that I play, even Assassin's Creed, they all had these problems, and I can't believe no developer has ever thought to solve it. But the modders just completely solved this problem instantaneously, where it's just so easy and it doesn't even affect gameplay. It's not like it makes the game easier or it just it just makes you overpowered. It just makes a process easier, and it's very interesting as a developer. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching.